Oh, hey, Remy, what do you need? You want to come in because you I'm crying over you? I, uh, I would have not have you come in right now. If that's okay with you. Don't feel comfortable with you coming in right now. I I, fine, you can come in. Hey, mommy. Mm, Not really. I've had an unwolf week. Yes, that's why you haven't seen me a lot. I think I'm gonna have to change medication again. Even on the normal wolf weeks, it's never this bad. The for antidepressant I'm on, yeah, I've been on it for a long time with me since high school. My mama said high school was rough due to my mental health being not the best. That's what I was referring to. Doctors had to put me on antidepressants to try to help me, to keep me going in a way. They wanted to stop the they wanted to stop me from doing some things, and what, let me come here. You can sit down on the bed. I think this will be best to help me explain. You know, I will want sleeps a lot, and you almost never see me out of long sleeves. And when you do, you've mentioned why do I have makeup on my arms? Well, I never bothered to put makeup on yet, so you can walk if you want. Yeah, it's that's what I mean about all this. That's why they had to put me on it. Yeah, I had to live a life where I couldn't do anything without someone else controlling it. At work, they would pick exactly what I would do, and they would never allow me to interact with guests. And even if I did, it would be minimal interaction. I was not put where all the others were. They would put me with other people, which doesn't sound like a bad thing, but at the same time, nobody else had to shadow anyone. Just me, and half the group was new at our workplace. And people would always put me in positions that they considered easiest for the reason that they wanted to play it safe, I would say. They would oftentimes just try to play it safe. too safe. They would think of me as I am still a kid, even though I was in high school. And they would think of me as someone who, without help, could not do anything on their own. Which really annoyed me. I just, I shouldn't be going back to my high school things. I just wanted to be treated like a normal person. And I still do. Even with my neurological conditions and everything, I want to be able to be like a normal person. Like you. I just, as I've said before, high school was really rough for me. It was not the first time I had been on mental health watch at school, but it was the first time that it lasted longer than half a year, longer than a semester. I had been on mental health watch most of my high school days because of my life and how I had been treating. I think my mind wanted to be done with everything. Wanted to be done with how life had been. My symptoms, my autism got worse. I started to lose abilities in a way that I used to have. I would have other issues as well, and those are issues I hadn't had before until this whole thing happened. I I was always treated differently with me. I think that could be part of what's going on right now, but I'm not exactly sure. I can't explain my emotion that well. I know I having a rough week, but I don't know why. That's why I think it's the medication. At the same time, I really don't know. It could be anything that's keeping me here, keeping me in bed, keeping me from going and meeting with you, singing with you. You know? And I just wish it would change, you know? I wish life would change. I wish I would be treated like I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be treated like I'm not someone who is intellectually disabled. Because I'm not. I may have neurological conditions and movement issues, but that doesn't mean that I can't think as well as you. You can talk now. I've kind of seen your face. You've been wanting to talk for a little while. No, it's fine. I mean, I'm okay that you interrupted me, but you decided to insist that you came in. And yes, to answer that other question, do you think those are? You're correct. They've healed somewhat, but doesn't mean they've healed all the way. Scars never go away, you know. I knew that when I was younger too. It's just temptation was greater than consequences, if you know. And I couldn't understand my emotions. I didn't understand why I felt the way I did, why I acted the way I did. I didn't understand myself well, and I still don't. The way people treat me, they treat me as if I am dumb, as if I need a lot of help. I could drive at the age of everyone else. I drove at 16. Got my license at 16. And then my work thinks I can't do anything other than put stickers on people's hands and lift wheelchairs downstairs. And when I would be allowed to go in for weight seating, I would have to be with another person because I wasn't allowed to do it on my own. It was just a summer job, but it kind of taught me that in a way that people could have two sides to themselves. A side that's, you know, all jolly and stuff. A side that they mask with, that shows they're all inclusive and stuff. But in reality, they aren't. They just use it as a token, a manipulation. A token will they will be people that they don't think will do a good job without even testing them there. Two, I was a token for multiple summers and I would get money and everything. I would get paid above minimum wage too. But the job was just weird in a way. Not accepting. No job I've ever worked at was accepting. They always judged me due to my disability. The fact that I couldn't move around as good as a normal person would make them not allow me to do much of anything. If I was on a grocery job, I would have to be, I would probably be, normally I would get hired as the freaking bag person at the grocery store. Or a like when I was talking about that job, I got hired to do remedial tasks. They don't tell you that. At when I was hired, they said I would be working like everyone else. I would be like everyone else, but I wasn't. I was never treated like that. I was treated differently. And it was obvious to everyone there. So I'm going on a tangent again. I, I just I feel comfortable with talking to you, you know. Once I feel comfortable with talking to someone, I like talking a lot to them and letting them listen to me, you know. When I find fit, for you just staying here, it's obvious you find fit, but well, it's kind of your decision now. If you can leave my room if you want, or you could stay. Sorry for making you listen to all that. I'm probably just gonna lie back down. I told you already I'm having a rough week. Hey, amusement park? Yeah, I like amusement parks. Have I not told you that? They're really fun. You're saying we could go to the one nearby today if I get out of bed? Yeah. Okay, sure.